My very special guest this week on Hometown Happenings is Conneaut Area City School Superintendent Kent Houston. And we're here to talk about the upcoming school year, which is this the craziest time of year for you?
It's pretty busy, pretty hectic, and we want to get everything wrapped up before we have 2,000 students back in the building. So yeah, I would say for Kevin, Warren, and myself, it's a pretty crazy time.
Okay. I know you just said 2,000 students are coming back. I was going to ask what the enrollment is, and I know at this point you're not quite sure because a lot of people will start coming in and registering. But is 2,000 the ballpark?
We could be anywhere from about 1,800 to 2,100, but I'm guessing we'll be somewhere slightly under 2,000 when it's all said and done this year.
Is that more or fewer than last year?
Right now we've seen a trend where we've had decreasing enrollment, a lot of people moving out of town. We hope that we're going to start stabilizing our enrollment right around that point.
Okay, but you're prepared if 2,000 kids walk through the doors. Okay, what's the like right now? I know it was even difficult to find time for you to come on camera with us. What's the most challenging aspect at this time of year? Is it the kids and the students, or is it preparing the buildings as if you're having a party for 2,000 and you have to get everything ready?
A party for 2,000, I like that. I can tell you probably if the biggest headache is busing. It takes a tremendous amount of time and effort to make sure we get every single kid on a bus route picked up, dropped back off. And what adds to it, the challenge is there's a lot of alternative drop-offs where after school maybe a student goes to their grandmother's. And you have to do all those individually. So you've got like roughly 2,000 little guys you got to make sure you get home and get back.
Do you have kids who on like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday go home, and Tuesday and Thursday they go to the grandmothers? And do you accommodate that, or do you say that's it? You pick a one place, and that's the drop-off.
Well, we try to accommodate every single parent as long as they're not within a walk zone. Our walk zones are, I believe, we're still at a mile. State maximum is 2 miles we could have kids walk from a building, but we go down to a mile to try to accommodate as many people as we can on the bus routes and make sure we're not overloading buses.
Okay. Now, did you have a few new buses this year?
Oh yeah, if you get to go over to the bus garage, the board agreed to purchase 2 brand new buses. They should be in shortly. It'll be real close whether they're here at the beginning of the year, but all of our buses that we have currently have passed the state inspection. Tim Gross and his crew over there did an outstanding job. First time passed every single bus. Then we'll add 2 new buses to it and take 2 older buses out of the rotation and use those.
And then does the state have to come back and inspect the new buses, or are they okay?
The new buses have already passed inspection before they're let off the lot.
Okay. And then once the kids get here, then is it, does everything fall on Kevin's shoulders? And Kevin is standing over there. Does everything fall on his shoulders to make sure everything's running smoothly inside?
Well, Kevin is responsible for everything there is to do with the buildings and the grounds. So if there is anything wrong with anything in the buildings, he usually hears about it rather quickly, and then his crew is on it. Okay. So right now we've been working really hard this summer. We've had some major projects going on that are kind of exciting and fun. And I like to make sure we take good care of the taxpayers' investment in these school buildings and facilities. Yeah. So we work hard to take care of stuff here.
Yeah. And remind us again, what is the first day of school?
Well, let's see. I wrote that down because I knew you would ask me that. I want to see everybody on August 28th, bright and early. Doors will be open, ready for students.
And that's a Tuesday morning?
Yes, it is. Monday the teachers come back, Tuesday students.
Okay. And what is the earliest start time? Which building opens its doors first?
We have slightly adjusted our start times in the morning. So the high school opens the earliest. They open about, I want to say around 7:50. I don't have the exact times in there because they've been changed by 20 minutes to allow us to do professional development in the morning.
So they've gone back by 20, so if it was 7:30
later,
this
yes.
year, it would be 7:50. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that will be in the newspaper. It's also on the website. And we've sent notices home to parents, letting them know what time the new school day will start.
Okay. And you're still serving breakfast and lunch to students who qualify?
Oh, absolutely. We serve breakfast and lunch to every student, but also kids on free and reduced lunch are able to get breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
And again, this year, Pam Anderson, our Director of Food Services, has been able to keep the price the same. So this is either the third or fourth year that we haven't had any increase in price. And on top of that, these federal standards that Michelle Obama put in with all these fruits and vegetables and that kind of thing adds quite a bit of cost to a school lunch, which, let's just say, the school absorbs those costs to meet the fruit and vegetable requirement. And Pam's still been able to do this without raising school lunches, so she's done an incredible job with our food service program.
Yeah. And let me ask you personally, this is about the third or fourth year that you've had to face the first day of school. Is it exciting every year? I know some teachers say they love the first day of school because of the excitement and all that. How is it for you? I know you're not in the schools like the teachers seeing the students coming in, but there's still got to be an element of suspense maybe.
Suspense, yeah, I think that's a good word. Anxiety is a good word. My big fear is, every kid gets picked up, every kid gets dropped back off safely, and that's a lot of kids you're responsible for, and, I take that responsibility very seriously. Those parents entrust us with those kids, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure they have a happy and successful year.
Okay. And new teachers, I think you've got one that you're adding this year?
We added a new teacher at the high school, computer science teacher. We'll be introducing her probably and do a little bit on her a little bit later in the year, but we're excited to have her on board.
Okay. She's the only one?
She's the only one, yeah.
Okay. And your enrollment is still good, and everything right now, so far, so good?
Well, we hope our enrollment is still good. We won't know till that first day and first couple of days, but as long as we can remain steady and we don't lose a lot, we should be solid. Some of the major projects we have going along or around the district include our parking lot project. We are on a rotation where each year we do a different building. We crack fill, seal, and paint them. And I have to go out and thank one of our local businessmen, D&D Paving, who's here with us today. I'd like to introduce him to you. He does excellent work. And like I said, I'm not on his payroll and promoting him at all. But if you come check out our property or our parking lots and you see how awesome they are, he did the work. And we love keeping our business local. And Lance has done an outstanding job on these lots. Next year, we hope to be back to the high school and doing another round on the high school. But we're on a nice rotation where we go to each building and try to keep the parking lots in good working condition. So today, you're going to get a few shots of Lance's work at Gateway Elementary School and Conneaut Middle School. We're on the rotation this year to be done. They've been crack filled, sealed, and a beautiful paint job. They're ready to go for the school year. So my hat's off to him and credit him for the fine work that he did. Another big project we had was on the Gateway Elementary School. Everybody knows the lighthouse that's up there. We've been doing some work on it, and also we've been doing work on the roof here. That should be sealed. The EIFS material around the outside of the lighthouse should be sealed in the next couple of weeks, and we hope we eliminate any water intrusion from that area. Also, we've been on top of the Conneaut Middle School building doing roof work. So those are two big projects, getting the roof sealed up. Next step will be attacking the roofs at the high school, which is another major project. All of our playgrounds have been resurfaced. That's for the safety of all of our little kids that run around out there. That's required. If you notice, if you've driven by Lakeshore Primary School, there's a new soccer field in the front of the building that the community uses and our soccer teams practice there. We had the Rao property sold, so we were moving everything off the Rao property and up there, so we changed that soccer field. However, that deal is still up in the air, and we're trying to finalize that. And another big project we have is a boiler project going on at Lakeshore Primary School, where we need to replace a boiler that we're looking at some engineering and some costs up there, trying to finalize that. As we go through this, Lance is going to show you the parking lots and his beautiful work. Kevin is going to take you on a tour of each building and introduce you to all of our custodians and maintenance people, and maybe if we have time, the bus garage, and show you the beautiful projects they've been working on. I'm real proud of how hard they've worked. We have an excellent maintenance and custodial staff, and our bus staff I already mentioned does a great job. So I guess I just want to say, enjoy this glimpse into our schools and see what we do all summer here. A lot of people are still working over the course of the summer to get these schools ready for the kids. And to you students, we'll see you on August 28th.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Kevin Warren, Facilities Manager for Conneaut School District. I'm here with Lance Drew from D&D Paving. And Lance, these parking lots look phenomenal. Could you tell us a little bit how you had to go about this and what you had to do to make them look so nice?
Well, it's a lot of work. The first thing we have to do is a lot of preparation. Our preparation involves a lot of cleaning, removing all the vegetation from all the curbs and all the cracks. Once you get it all clean, you got to get it really clean, spotless. Then you got to go in there and put a liquid rubber in it. It's actually liquid crack fill. We heat it up to about 450 degrees. Can't touch it with your fingers. And you got to go ahead and fill all the cracks, and you run a V-squeegee behind it, and you push it right into your cracks. And then we go along all the curbs, and all the curbs, make sure all the curbs are filled with crack fill, because what happens, grass will grow up through the cracks, through the curbs, and it splits the asphalt. So we'll get all the crack filling done, and then our next procedure after that would be trimming. We trim everything by hand in here. We snap chalk lines to get a nice clean straight edge, and we have to trim so far away from the curbs so we don't get a lot of overspray, because we shoot this on, and my machine shoots anywhere between 9 to 10 gallons per minute. So there's quite a bit of force coming out of that wand. And once we get it trimmed about 6 foot away from the curbs, walkways and everything, and then we'll start spraying, and we'll shoot. And we shot anywhere between 10 to 14 hours a day out here for about 4 days. And we got her all done. So then after that, we go back in, and then we start laying out the new lot, the parking lot, the parking stalls and the angles and the directional flow of traffic. And this year there was a little change in that back lot over there. Maybe you can enlighten the viewers on that, how you want to do that.
Okay. The parking lots look wonderful. We made some changes on the west end of Gateway Elementary here. We put in a couple of driving lanes. We get a lot of traffic here in a short amount of time. So dividing the drive-through pickup lanes from driving into parking separates it a little bit. We put some arrows on there. We did the same thing in Lakeshore Primary School. It did make a difference in the way the traffic patterns come in and out of there. I just think all in all we're going to get better each year as we develop what we have to do in these parking lots. But Lance, you did a great job, and I want to express that again, that the parking lots look wonderful, and we hope to get a lot of longevity out of them. Thanks again.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate the work, and like I said, we live in this town, so we try to do what we can for the community. So
very good.
Thank you.